Hello everybody. It's been a while. 2 months in fact since that last video. Now I looked through my video firmly and I noticed one thing. I did a little tiny minute mistake and I don't know if I can correct it firmly to the last video, but this video is gonna be some referentiation, explanation, and some utterly nonsense. Now, you probably remember the end of my last video, and few of you probably have some question but never could because I literally did not notice when I posted the video the comment section was disabled. My bad. However, I will see if I can fix this in this video. If that is the case, I need to experiment with this new quote unquote system of this orderly. Yeah. Now, I will literally answer some question you probably have asked but never could. For obvious reason, because the comment section was disabled. And I didn't notice till like a week later and I forgot about it. Because I was busy with on my own life. Now, this is gonna be shocking for you, but LeadPancake 2413 made a short video, not once but twice, 2 times in a row, and here is gonna be a structure. Now, you probably remember this area from the last video. This area is the same map from his server for complication. And here is the kicker. I decided to take a scroll around the area, and I noticed how big this area actually is. Now, I'm going to show you through a mod I have. It is my map mod I love to use. This mod is a tool mod, not a hack client. It's a clear difference between them. If I'm going to explain what tool mod is, then I'm going to be literally talking here for a bit more longer. I don't want it to. But I will explain it a few small details. A tool mod is a mod that can give the player an advantage of certain situation and situation. Basically, like this map mod. This map mod tells me where everything is around me in the vicinity, area. It also tells me the coordinates on my screen, as you can see it. But there are other mods as well. Some mods can do 2 things. One is to give one player advantage or every single player advantages, depending what kind of mod it is. If everybody has the mod, nobody needs to complain at all. Many mods have been used by YouTubers, but without them telling anyone else except for the viewers, so watching, and who knows about the mod in general. Well, I have more on this mod, but that is for another time right now. But this mod is almost like Optifine. Optifine is literally a mod. some literally give the player the opportunity and advantage in certain things, like zoom, for example, and better frame in the game. You're probably gonna ask why I'm mentioning this right now. It's because this game have been harsh on PC in general. I mean, without Optify, I would probably lag out like extremely a lot amount if I was loading a lot of chunks, or the server itself or the game in general is not gonna handle the input data inside of the game. Absolutely and literally. Optifine fixed that issue a tiny bit, but not that much. Increase the frame rate, yes, and make the game run even better what normally would. The Optifine will also give some option. You can turn off particle, fog, anything you don't necessarily need. But yeah, not for the real reason of this video. This is the truth and some explanations certain session. I'm not really good at English. Yeah, I'm just gonna make some easy simple word. So basically, you probably remember LeadPancake 2014 from my last video. Well, basically we fucking got them. How to say? Frickin' talk. Yeah, frickin' bagelig talk. Yeah, I just cursed like little like a second ago, but I'm just mad. I've been mad for a while now, but I've calmed down a little bit. Still mad. Now, I'm gonna go inside of the house, and you're gonna see something shocking. Let's see here. I'm gonna put my head down. You remember this armor set right here, right now? Well, I'm gonna explain some certain things. Well, literally what this armor is. This is a custom-made armor for this side wordplay specifically. And it does this. Yeah. Shocking. It's literally a website you can do this. Not pun intended. If you want the website, I will maybe put the link in the description below later on this video or next, depending on my mood. But allow me to explain what this armor is, basically. This armor is literally above as the normal amount of in the game set specifically amount of enchantments. Every single one. Except Torch. Torch, yeah, this armor doesn't have it whatsoever. Because two reasons. One, the Torch, if you have it too high, you will literally kill anyone with it if they hit you once. Two, yeah, I don't do that. For obvious reason, because this armor was meant to be used as a side roleplay. Now, here is the kicker. Me and LeadPancake 2413 had a neutral agreement / deal. This armor specifically, even if it was warned or not by my main account or my alts. Yes, I have alts. I have 6 in total. Their names is my personally for me, and I will not give them out whatsoever for any particularly reason unless A, I have to, B, I use them for a roleplay, or C, yeah, the C option is gonna be more shocking to like that to anyone. But if anything happens to my main account, I will use the alt to basically use them as like I used my main account today. Now, this server I am currently in is my own personal server. This server, well, the main map was made mid 2018, late 2018, in like early to mid 2019. The server was used for not only for me but for other people like me, LeadPancake 2014, Yellow Plays, Space, and that's basically it, and Grimlock. Now, this is gonna be the shocker for you all. The map, the main map on the server, I technically own it. Technically, yes. But every build in it is legitimately built by other people. And here's the kicker. Some of the build I was not completely agree to build for my because they never asked, but however, some build I didn't even question it because they looked good, and I decided to just let them be because they look great. However, now to the real reason. Basically, this armor was meant to use in this specific side roleplay right here I am in. This map is from LeadPancake 2413 server before any new stuff was built. Now, basically what he stated to me last time I talked to him again, literally we talked like, I don't know, a month plus a week maybe. Basically what he's saying is I broke the rule 1 multiple times, but the having not only one account having this armor, but multiple, like almost all of them having almost the same armor sets or similar armor with similar stats. What the frick? Okay, mister. So you walk into this house behind me right here, and then suddenly you who made a deal with me gonna break the deal and literally stating that this armor set is no valid anymore. You, either you lied to me when you made the deal, if you was agree. Our agreement was this: as long as this armor set with any of my accounts, including my main, as long as the armor set stayed inside, or any of my alts, some had the armor set, stayed inside of the literally the side of roleplay area right here, rule 1 is immediately disabled, meaning his statement of me breaking this rule right here is false. He lying, manipulating literally everybody around him. What the freaking heck is he doing? I have never lied. I have never backstabbed anyone. I have not broken a single rule on his server for months. But he, the owner of the server, break literally a rule, and then all of a sudden he does not give himself the strike and dismissed on himself, but when anyone else does it, then it's completely opposite. This is not the way to run a server. Absolutely not. Have I broken any rule in the past? Yes. Have I regretting breaking such rules? Most of them, yes. But some of the rules have certain statements. We had a deal, we had an agreement, and if you're gonna go back, if you're gonna go back and stab in the back and say this armor set is this had to go for just because of the rules, even though we had a neutral agreement and a deal, not written one, but still a deal you should remember. What the actually are you doing? I had done nothing wrong for months. I have been sitting back, listening, watching, and did nothing except having hate put literally not only into me, onto me by you, but also literally have to do the same back. That is not me. That is literally not me. I don't hate people for no apparent reason. If I should hate somebody, I should have a reason for it. And this is the reason, literally, I hate this. If somebody is gonna make a series, literally a series of in a game, some many people plays and many people wants to do, I completely understand that you need rules for certain things. But if you're not gonna follow them like everybody else, then you're just gonna make chaos. Unnecessary chaos. What? Why? What have I done to deserve this? I have done nothing wrong. The truth on my end of my last video is to see if you, LeadPancake 2014, can open you for a second goddamn teenage eyes and see you in the wrong right here, right now, for months, and I have done nothing. No rule broken, no nothing, nada, zero. And what do when I literally mention you broke a rule many times, over and over, and like a broken record? 1, you literally fire me. 2, you literally do something even more stupid. The point of my last video is basically was literally a bluff / trap. And you went for it. You utterly just went for it. All you needed to do is nothing. Nada, zero. If you did nothing, I would probably deleted the last video for like a month ago. But nah, what do I see like not even like a week later? You make a short video. And then, say death threat written in white script. And then suddenly you change it to literally red with the altered stuff. You're an idiot! If any of you guys watching this thought the same thing on my last video, I literally death threatened a minor, then you are stupid. But however, would think I was basically just make an obvious trap, an obvious bluff, some was play and simple, straight in your face, then congratulations, you are literally old school books have saved you from humiliation. However, for you guys who have literally watched the video and think, oh, this guy is death threatening a minor. Yeah, you're idiots. All of you are these bump dogs idiots. Now, the reason that for the last part of my from my last video is to see if LeadPancake 2014 was smart enough to see the writing in the walls. I never had intention to death threaten him. I had no intention to do that. Why? One, why would I death threaten somebody like that for no apparent reason? Even though he literally, ability just cannot see the writing on the walls, he's doing something absolutely wrong. And then blame it on me because I broke rules as well. Even though we had a goddamn agreement on it. This armor I'm literally wearing right now, I had 6 accounts. Probably maybe half of them had these armor sets. And the fun fact is, we had agreement. This area right here, where I'm standing, and the area around it, I'm gonna show you in the map mod I have right now, is gonna show you how stupid this is. So I literally decided to go around, and I found out that the area is much bigger what I previously assumed. The area goes all the way back over here, like back over this mountain over here, and it going around here and almost touching this ice biome over here. And it goes around over here and goes literally around like this. If you see my mouse, I can do it slower with my mouse. Like this. It's going like this. And you cannot tell me that is not the truth. You cannot just straight up lie and saying I broke the rule by having this armor set inside our area where me and you had agreement to literally onto it. Now, this is going out of hands. I just wanted to literally neutrally have agreement, have a friendly talk, a friendly, literally, legitimately talk. But if you just gonna absolute just go ham on the breaking the rules in front of my face without even punishing yourself for the rules you have broken and blame it on me, then you are just more dumbest than ever. One, I have not broken a rule for months. Two, you just don't get it. If you're planning to run a server for a series, from Minecraft series, with characters you and your friends have made, follow the rules as equal. Does not depends if you're the owner, a modder, an admin, does not matter. If you are not gonna follow the rules, then you are literally the, yeah. I cannot say the word because I don't want this video to get monetized. For obvious reason. If I could say the word, I would. And trust me, I will. So, yeah, you cannot just do that. And now the fun kicker. You see, we had a little talk, and he literally just refusing to acknowledge he broke a rule, doesn't but punish himself for it, and decided to punish me instead by firing me, and then blame it on me, bruh. Even if you have documents saying otherwise, what the frick? What the freaking goddamn are you doing? One, we have agreement. This armor set I'm wearing right now in this video, we had an agreement. Any accounts I own, as long as they was inside of the side roleplay, even if they had the armor set, like wearing them, or in the inventory, or e-chest, to the matter of fact, the rule 1 was underly and absolutely nullified. Meaning rule 1 does not matter in this side roleplay unless me or anyone else who was in this side roleplay used the item outside. However, this is basically a but. But if like say someone like a random player, some is also a staff member or a certain member of the server, shall and say, I dare you to kill me without /kill, is basically like, okay, you challenge me to like a game. Okay, fine. I can just use the illegal item whatsoever then, because then it's a challenge. It's a game. Yeah. Yeah, that basically, that basically. If you challenge somebody to kill you without killing you, and they use illegal items, they should allowed and able to use it. However, if they decide to give up, they should at least delete the item. And I always did that. I always did that particularly. So I had not broken a single rule for months. I can say I have broken rules in the past. Yes, I have. Have I got punished by it? Yes, I did. Have I got my strike? Yes, I did. So if LeadPancake 2014, if you're gonna give me strike for something as stupid as this, just because you say you can, then you are dumb, because we have a literally agreement. And if you say, no, we didn't, then you are literally obviously lying not only to my face, but everybody else. And if you cannot remember that either, then you have even worse memory than I do. And I can remember at least that. I know my memory is not the greatest thing, because I hate my... And here's the fun part. On the last video, I was RL sick. And I'm sick today as well. It's nothing bad. I'm this little coffee, nothing bad. But on my last video, I almost lost my voice because I was trying to rush my last video, but kind of my anger kind of in my way, and I kind of cursed a little too much to post certain videos with a lot of cursing. And I'm not very good editor at all, but I will see if I can try at least. I will give an effort. Yeah, I will try to see if I can do that in the future. Maybe not now, maybe not tomorrow, but sometimes in the future. I will see what I can do. I will learn it, and when I'm learning, I'm really good at learning. So, yeah. So, yeah. Here's the fun fact, Lead. If you think you could, if you think you are the best to run your own server, you are absolutely not wrong. However, you have done so many wrongs, you don't deserve to run a server. For obvious reasons. One, you don't follow your own rules. Two, you're not giving your strike slash dismissed. And three, there are two other people that have run servers before. I made my server in mid 2018 with a friend from school. And since then, I had not used the server since 1.12. I updated, well, not updated, but resetted the server because I was in a dilemma. I was a dilemma to make my server into a faction server or something else. Then I just remember those Minecraft series, those roleplay series, and like, oh my god, those look so good. And I was into it in the beginning. I was so into it. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna reset my server. I'm gonna delete everything I built by myself. Back to scratch. Back to zero. And I was conflicted. A normal Minecraft world with terrain and such, or a flat one. I decided to go with a flat one for two reasons. One, terrain can be made by rolling it. Two, the flat roll can you use to build builds easier and can figure out ways to improve builds as well. And so I decided to do that. And since then, the server have not been touched. It's not been touched since literally mid to late 2019. And that is like almost a year. A year a server for Eternals should be deleted. I had many other servers and I tested out the systems, and I found out my server is probably one of the kind some stayed in there for several years. Because, wait, my server is not even made in mid 2018. It's literally made almost like 2016, like late 2016, 2017 ish, to be accurate. And my server had been stayed there for like 3 years, not being used at, not at all. This is like a revolution for me. Like, is this server my first server? So I'm currently in right now, right here to make this video right now. I've been here for so long and not been deleted at all, not even once, or not even a mention of deletion at all, not even once. Bruh. It's either the system is bugged or something is wrong with the server. Like, have this server went under the radar, or this is something like, what? The frick? But not enough about that. So, here's the kicker. So yeah, here is the kicker. You blaming me for something I have not done. You're claiming that I broke rule 1 by having all of my alts with this specific armor set in their inventory or eShop, even though they're a little bit ridiculously logged off in the side roleplay where me and you had agreement at this side roleplay area for rule 1 does not count unless you use the area outside of the side roleplay. However, if you use it for mini games and such, then rule 1 is nullified. And the reference for mini games can also be a reference for challenge as well. Idiot! You have no freaking clue how mad I am. You're just claiming I am the one who broke the rule multiple times. The same rule multiple times. But you have literally legitimately refused to absolutely to see the picture. So here's the thing. Just imagine this. The owner breaks the rule. Everything is fine. Right? And then suddenly, there's a random member break the same rules as well at the same amount of time as the owner did, and then he get punished by the rules. That's not the rules supposed to work. How in the world can you let this happen? What in the world are you doing? And this then is the question I'm absolutely wanted to goddamn ask you. What in the world are you doing? You cannot just break a rule so you made to stop other people to do the same thing. And then suddenly you do it either way, and then when one person calls you out for it, you decide, instead of taking your punishment, you decide to literally fired the person. So literally saying to you, you cannot do this. You cannot break a rule and walk away. Literally. I put this armor from my ult for 2 reasons. One, I knew the rules, I knew the deal we had in the side roleplay. I knew if I walk outside with this armor on, and if I get caught, I will be culpable for it. It's absolutely idiotic. How in the world can you do this? I thought we were friends. But no, you just decided to stab me in the back. You literally betraying friendships over for something you want. And then you do this to me. What is wrong with you? What have I done to deserve this? Tell me that. What the frick have I done? I have done nothing to you. Nothing at all. Not to you, not to anyone else. Did I deserve this? No. Absolutely. I deserve nothing. I have done nothing wrong for months. No rule breaking, nothing. And then you do this to me. It's such a disappointment. I tried to negotiate with you. I tried to talk you literally to follow your rules. But instead, I get negativity, cyberbullying, and then bullshit. This is not supposed to happen. If you follow the rules like everybody else. Yeah, here's the fun part. Do you remember when I asked you what happened if somebody... Here's the word reference I use at somebody is equal to everybody. If every single member should follow the rules as equal, then that should be it. Nothing more, nothing less. I ask you, if somebody break the rules and you said to me in that call on that day when I asked you, you said if somebody break the rule, they get a strike and a dismissed. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Alright. Okay. So okay. I got what I wanted. If anyone, like literally anyone, doesn't matter who they are, break a rule, then they should follow the consequences as everybody else. Nothing more, nothing less. But instead, you put a Uno reverse card on my face and saying you don't get that because you're the owner of the server. You're going against your own statement, your own word. And that's the same thing as breaking a promise. We have a deal on this armor set I'm wearing right now. And you walked into that house behind me right here on this video. Walked in Open the same chest I opened literally, absolutely. And then you just like, nah, this have to go because it it's against the rules. Even though we had a deal, an agreement. What? I have no clue what's going on with you right now. But what I can see writing in the wall is you either hate me for no reason whatsoever, or just going through a goddamn face. A goddamn teenage face. So you have no clue you doing whatsoever. Even if you do, then tell me if I'm wrong then, because for me, when I'm talking to you, it's like talking to a brick wall. So telling me I don't give a shit if I broke a rule. I am the freaking goddamn owner of this server, of this staff then. And I can do whatever I want whatsoever. Then your staff some literally stand by your side are idiots. Because if they cannot see what I see, then what are you doing? I wanted to literally friendly in negotiation, but if you gonna be hostile towards me, just because I literally say you breaking a rule, like more than actually when I oh yeah, here's the fun part. Do you remember the mini game in the yellow? Yeah, if you remember that, do you remember what I said? I said I'm gonna take a look, meaning two things would happen during that when I said it. Either one, I will continue and play the mini game. Yeah, well, this is what's a mini game. Yes, I can say that right away. If I could explain it, it's basically me and me, Space, Noah, and I think it was Tablex. I don't know. I don't think Tablex was on to it. I don't think so, but whatever. We played a little mini game in the yellow, and that was kind of like a PvP mini game, just for fun, and to make sure none of us can break blocks or such or place the blocks. All of us was put in adventure mode for that specifically reason, and that means certain rules was notified. This was also included for certain rules for crops as well, because sometimes you can be little accidentally do that without you meaning to do it. Yeah. And end of the round, when everybody was done, they wanted a new round with a different armor set and weapons and so on. And I said I will take a look. I opened the chest. I don't say anything. I don't do anything. I looked in the chest. I don't touch none of them. I looked at it. I just looked at it. I was like thinking in my head, should I continue or should I not? And I had stuff in my inventory beforehand. I had normal max out nether armor, weapons, a crossbow, shield, I think, potion, and ender pearls. And I open the chest. I don't say nothing, but the moment I open the chest, even though I said I'm gonna take a look, you clear my inventory. Some is wrong to do. For one reason, obviously. One, when I say I'm gonna take a look, I have not decided to continue with the minigame or not. Meaning, rule 2 of unnecessary command was enable on me specifically. And if anyone did that, if anyone cleared my inventory, I can blame it on that person and willingly give that person a strike because everybody was off. So yeah, that is like first strike. Second and third strike is literally slash killing me 2 times after you went away, didn't say anything. You just went out of my render distance. Not only my render distance, but also Tablec's render distance. So it's the builder of the server. And me and him was just chilling and talking. I was not doing absolutely nothing. Till all of a sudden, me and him wonder where you went. I decided to look for you because I got concerned because you didn't answer either me or Tablex whatsoever. We called your name. I checked if you was muted or deafened on my end, but not a zero. I didn't get any answer, and then like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna teleport myself to you, and I did so. And when I finally found you, and told Talbugs about where your whereabout was, I told him I'm gonna punch you a few times, and I did. Like this, 1, 2, 3, like 1, 2, 3, like really fast. Actually, hold on, I gotta do it faster. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, like this. This is spam. This is spam punching. I did this 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I did that. Clear difference between them. If I was spam punching you, I will understand why you slash killed me, and I absolutely will agree. I absolutely deserved it, but instead I punch you like 2 to 3 times, and then and then when you come back for whatever you're doing, because I did notice the direction you are facing. So I was like thinking before I punched you, oh, are you AFK or doing Cedar Pack or anything else? And even before I punched you, I called your name. And they're like, okay, no answer. I'm gonna punch you 3 times. If you don't move whatsoever, I will leave you be and check it on you like 2 or 3 minutes. If you just moved and did nothing, I'm like, okay, he's back. And I will literally explain to you why even if you was there. I even told you you didn't answer us whatsoever, and I was legitimately truthful. Tomlix was there, and he can bow to me, and I was truthful. I was just punching you 2 to 3 times. Ugh. So yeah. So yeah. This is getting out of hand. If you are not willingly to talk this out and be agreed with me whatever I said, and if you just gonna do this, I will show all of this. This is not even a death trap, in fact. This is just a legitimately face to face. I just tired of this. I know you are tired of this. If you want to end it like much I wanted, do those things for me. Just take your strike, give back everything you took from me, back to me, and that should be it. It's not necessary to just absolutely so yeah. It's not necessary for this nonsense, this bullshit between us. And if you're not gonna agree with this, then I don't have any choice. I will give you 2 choices. I can prove to everybody in this video this is an obvious trap, an obvious bluff, and you went for it like an idiot. And if you say I don't have any proof, I have some audios, and what I'm gonna show next, it's gonna be shocking. You see this? You saying I'm threatening you. But in reality, you are stupid enough to not see the obvious trap I lay out in front of you in the end of my video. And you threaten me instead, like an idiot. Now, here's your 2 choices. You can give me back everything you took from me, or we can have a challenge between me and you. However, I'm choosing what it's gonna be. If I let you choose, you're gonna beat me. And I know that. If you think you have the edge over me, you're wrong. You don't decide nothing. I wish I could sue you. I wish. I wish I had the authority to do that in your country all the way from mine. I wish I had that prejudice. Because then this will be way easier to testify in a lie detector as well if I have to. You're just an idiot, a teenage idiot. So I will. This is gonna be a 6-game challenge. You can choose between either 2 games we both have played before, or 2 different versions of the game. However, I choosing the first game. And I'm choosing 1.12. Modded 1.12. I choose the mod. I will give the name or link to those mods. I will give you the amount of time you need to prepare to know about the mod you need to know about. However, I'm gonna be nice. I will allow you to choose some mods as well. However, for every mod you choose, I will choose another. If the mod needs dependence mod, it acts like you choosing 2 mods at the same time. Does not matter what mod you choose. When both party is ready, and to make sure both parties are not cheating, I've allowed 2 volunteers of your choosing to watch or they will have access to the same mods as me and you. Any tool mods some will be implemented into this does not count. This including map mod some give stats like health, armor, anything. This is also including Optifine as well. Or any mod some boost frame. If you denies this, if you saying this is unnecessary, some is, on my opinion as well, then you are just a coward, some does not want to take the L in your face. And if you're so cowardly to not accept this, then you can tell everybody you dispatching the staff, every single one, and tell them the goddamn truth of you abusing your power as an owner just for your own benefit. And if you say I did the same, well, one, you're not completely wrong, but two, I spend less and less time on the server. The more time the server got less active, I spend my time somewhere else or something else. And I spend more than a month to implement out any rules I have broken on my own server. And if you're gonna disagree with me on that one, then you just a lost cause. Because the writing is on the walls right in front of me. You are just gonna be stubborn and not listen to me whatsoever. And if you're not gonna listen to me and you saying you didn't care what I was doing before, but then suddenly you decided to make a YouTube short video, this shows how much of a liar you are. Not only to me, but everyone else. If you're gonna be truthful, all you needed to do is nothing. No more short video. No more. In fact, I recommend you delete them. That's my recommended. Because I'm gonna have some statement to say to you right here, right now. It's gonna be 6 games. I choose the first. And I'm choosing Minecraft 1.12 modded. I will select some mods first, and then I will let you select some. However, depending on how many mods you choose, depending on how many mods I have to counteract with it. And to tell you the truth, 1.12 mods, I will guarantee you will lose hard on it. And here's the thing I want. Rather, this is what I want if I win. And I will tell you what I want if I lose. To make sure you can say nothing otherwise. If I win, I will have everything you took from me back. Everything. 2, you will either permanently or temporarily remove as an owner not only on the server, but also you change the rule to stop this nonsense of corruption, to stop anyone to have the same power or close to the power of an owner, to stop anyone else to break a rule and say they don't get punished because they having a higher rank. Should not work like that. 3, any deal or promise, if you're gonna refuse to acknowledge the deal we made by this armor set, the promise I made to you by a certain character, you can kiss that promise on your own ass. Because that way is gonna go. For 2 reasons. 1, I don't break a promise for no reasons. And two, if you're gonna break a rule and break a deal, the promise is no longer valid. The reason I ask you what happened if somebody breaks the rule is to have a lullaby against the promise I made to you. That is the reason why. And if you ask me to tell you the truth, I would. I will gladly told you why I asked you what happened if somebody broke a rule. I will not break any further rules of yours right here, even though I'm in my own server. But if I have to, I will spill everything. The name of the series, what you have built, everything. Everything you did for me and everybody else was friends, neutral friends. Some had nothing to do for your little threat. You cannot just threaten me to threaten neutral friends. Some had done nothing to deserve this. Space didn't deserve it. Nova has deserved it. Toblix have not deserved it. None of them. Leave them be. They had done nothing except being neutral. If you're gonna take their neutrality away, then you don't deserve to be their friends. Maybe they should block you instead and never talk to you ever again, instead of me. I will give you to Friday to decide if you take this as a legitimately threat or not. But trust me, this is not a threat. It's a statement. And if you are gonna be a coward and just not go through with this, then I was right. You don't deserve nothing. So, yeah. This is not even a legitimate threat. It's a statement. And I stick with my statement. Unlike you. I will show them the truth. I will show them everything. And it's nothing you can do to stop me. The only way to stop me is to accept my little challenge. However, I'm gonna make some ground rules as well. But this is gonna be if I win. You give everything back to me. And every strike you gave it me, even if we have an agreement on this armor set, on this side of roleplay, on rule 1, is nullified. Because we have agreement as long as this armor set I'm running right here on this video was inside, along with any account to have it on them, either wearing them in the inventory or e-chest, does not count. As long as an armor set or any weapons with illegal stuff above the max amount of enchantments or attributes. If they leave this area and be used outside, they will equally punished as according to rules. But since I kept everyone in one place, I know for a fact, one, I have not broken that rule. Two, you are just gonna be a salty prick. And three, you don't know or remember how much of this deal meant to me. I thought you, as a person, knew this deal of this armor set being allowed to be used in this specific area I am standing on. Was allowed. But if you're gonna go back on your word and delete it, and then tell me this armor set is not allowed, even though you said to me when this area was made, then you just don't deserve. And if you're gonna use your power as an owner go to your head like this, then you don't deserve it. Because if you're gonna use your ownership just to avoid getting punished by the rules you made, so you said if somebody breaks the rules, they get a strike and a dismissed, while you have not done that to yourself. And for every month, you little legitimately have refused to do so, refused to be on the list, refused to give you the strike. It's the same thing as a permanent ban, in my opinion. I never deserved a permanent ban or being fired for just doing one thing, and that is reminding one person you have broken the rules, you're not gonna follow the rules, you made the rules, and you're doing this. To literally be jittly in front of everyone. From the me, from the Nova, Toblig, Space, Grimmuck, anyone. It's just utterly... how to say it? Nonsense. Truly, have I... Why? Why do I deserve like this? Why do I be a dong-dong? Well, in reality, I have not been that. Not to anyone. It is straight up lying in front of anyone. Just to have an advantage against me. And I appreciate you lying in front of people. Some is friends, not only with you, but as me as well. This is going too far. If you're just gonna legitimately threaten me to threaten neutral friends who have nothing to do with this, I don't care if you threaten me in general. I don't give a shit about that. I know for a fact you cannot go through with it. Because if you did, I would have more than enough to to literally make your life even worse. If I wanted to, I could say part of your real name if I wanted to in this video, but I decided not to for two reasons. One, I'm not a dick. I'm not a DD. I'm not. And two, why would that? What do I get for that? Nothing. I don't get nothing to tell everybody your real name. I don't get nothing for it. Nothing except hate. And I can see that. Unlike you. I'm old. I know everything in the old books so can be used against you, and you went for one of those most obvious. You literally think my last video was a legitimately death threat, but in reality it was just an obvious trap, an obvious bluff trap. How stupid are you not to see that? And don't tell me you did, because you didn't. If you did, then you would have done different. If I were you and saw this and knew this person is not gonna be legit on his word on that, and knew this is not a death threat, it's obviously a bluff, then all you needed is to do two things. Either A, call it out immediately, or B, do nothing and just wait. Wait and see if I legitimately mean it. But you don't. You just utterly go, oh, he dead threatened me. I'm gonna make this short video and making his life even more stressful and miserable. If you're gonna do that, then you're not gonna then you're not even my friends anymore. At that point, everything you did for me and everybody else on the staff film / server, or in the past, before that, I have roasted you, appraised you, compensated you, and what do I get back when I say you broke a rule? Or if I was letting you use the flat roll on my main server to your own so you can get a certain thing out of it. Bruh. And then you're just gonna stab me in the back? Like I'm gonna stab you because I don't care what you say because I can do it? What the hecking, yeah? What went wrong? I'm being absolutely serious right now in this point. What have I done to deserve it? And don't say I'm being a doll through all of this in the past. Because the only thing I have done is reminding you, you broke a rule, you should follow them, where is your strike? Because I don't see them, and everybody else doesn't. And if you're gonna refuse them, then there's proving to me you are just corrupt. And I did. In fact, if you're just gonna be a corrupt owner So does not appreciate for whatever else done around you. Every time Tobix is on, who is with him? That's me. Who turned the server on before he? Who turned the server on for Tobix before he got access to the server? That was me. I literally did admin work for free. Why? Because I knew how to do it. I knew I can do this. I knew for a fact. And you knew it as well. I stopped somebody to destroy every single entity slash item to be destroyed on the main server. So it's this role right here so is not the main role on my server. And you cannot tell me and I didn't do absolutely nothing. Because Tomplex was with me, and I even told him I was the one who turned the server on him for him every time he asked. Every single time. You can even scroll up in the group. I've done that for him. I can even check the other group I still have to even prove it. Well, that will take a bit too much time, and I don't have that much time right now. This video was meant to be made for like a month ago, but I forgot about it because I just didn't want to, and two, I didn't feel like it. But now, when I'm remembering it now, then yeah. And that is the fact when I also win. I want you to apologize not only to me but to everybody else and admit you broke a rule and had refused to legitimately give yourself a punishment slash strike for it. Yeah. And here is what I want more and when I win also. But also this will also be when I lose. I want the newest version of the texture pack. Any texture pack you made. And if you refuse, then it's proven you just don't see me as a friend anymore. Yeah. And if you try anything, you can try. But tell you the truth, when I find out, then you will be more bigger problem. Even if you do realize how stupid this is. I never wanted, I never had the intention. In fact, to tell you the truth, I was bored, I was tired. I had some option in my hands. So it either was quitting mentioning the rules you have broken, but I promised myself to never go that low. Why? Because if I'm gonna let you go, you're gonna do it again. And do it to somebody else. Or do it to me again. And I won't stand for that. It's just unnecessary. Here's the what I want if I lose. One, I want all my neutral friends back. All of them. I don't care about the server that much anymore. However, I want to see the project. I want to see how far it got it. I want to see that. I want to see everything. I won't do anything. I won't destroy anything. You can even put me in adventure mode. I won't even complain. But I also want this if I lose. One, that's one of them. Two, I want the texture packs. All of them. I don't care about anything else. I just want the texture pack. The newest version. And if any change happened to it, tell me before you give me. And finally, 3. You false spam me from the group. And I'm gonna have some last chit chat of the original owner of the group. Just me and him alone, without you interfering, without you listening. Is I found out of all the neutral friend we both have decided to be on your side instead of staying neutral as they stated, then I will use what I showed earlier as my final proof and shut you down for good. And if you is saying what I did was inappropriated, I won't agree with that. I will agree with it. I know I've done stupid nonsense bullcrap. But my reason is simple. If you make somebody mad, really, really mad, some stuff can happen of just for that. Just because they cannot control it and don't think clearly when they are angry enough. This is also for me as well. It's no just one person who makes an exception for it. It's everyone. Anyone can do that certain stupid crap like that. And if you like disagree with that, then you're the stupid. Then you are way dumber and yeah. But here's the rules. Rule 1: you can only excuse me. You can only choose one mod. If the mod needs an appendix mod, then you cannot choose after I have chosen 2 or more. 2, you can choose one person to watch yourself and me to make sure none of us are cheating. But none of them is allowed to say nothing. They are not allowed to say what you have, what you're getting. The only thing they need to know is what the mods is, what kind of mod is, and if they know what the mod, how it works, they don't need to do nothing. The winner is decided if all 6 is either one. If I win 4 of the 6, then I'm immediately winner. If it is a draw, then me and you can talk this out without any hate, without any argument, without anything. Just a simple negotiation. If you fail to negotiate with me this time, what I show you is gonna be the last thing I would do right now. I don't want this. You don't want this either. But if this comes to this, then I don't have any choice. Then this video is gonna prove how much of corruption you have on other people. Something is wrong. If you're gonna just legitimately decide for others what they want and not, then you're not even better than me, you're even worse. I don't care if you threaten me. You can threaten me all you want, but I know for a fact you will never do so, because if you did, then I have more than enough proof to absolutely destroy you. This does not matter whatsoever. And if you don't take this as a legitimate thing, then you're sadly wrong. This is a legitimate thing.